for the main topic for tonight's episode, we're going to be talking about Perfect Strangers, or the Arabic remake of Perfect Strangers. It is called Ashab Wala Aaz. It was in an Italian movie originally, so this is an Arabic remake of an Italian movie. It came out on Netflix. It was produced by Front Row Films. Actually, I am friends with one of the associate producers of the film. His name is Eli Touma. Eli, congratulations on the film's success. I'm not going to pretend like I'm his best friend. He's actually one of my cousin's best friends, so they're very close. But I know him. We've interacted a bunch on Twitter. Super happy for their success. So if you've been living under a rock for the past week, you would know that this movie came out on Netflix and has been doing crazy numbers. It's number one in almost every single country in the Middle East, if not every country in the Middle East that has Netflix. It was number 2 in France. So people are watching this. It's going viral. It has sort of become a part of the zeitgeist. It was the main conversation on Twitter for the past few days. But not for the reasons you'd expect. Again, unfortunately, we live in the Middle East, and we were reminded why this place can kind of be fucked up sometimes, because people lost their shit that the movie tackled, topics like, sex, women having sex, what? Women drinking, I guess, men being gay. That's all too crazy and extreme for us. Before we get into some of the funny tweets, and yes, as offensive as these tweets are, I still find them funny and ridiculous because it is just incredibly stupid. Let's give a quick review of the film. I'ma go ahead first. I really liked the film. I thought it was a very solid movie. It was directed by Wissam Smeida, also co-written by Wissam, and it was co-written by Gabriel Yamin. Their names are both familiar. I don't know if I could name any of their previous work. I'm not that into Lebanese cinema or anything like that, but they did a great job. The film is very well directed. It's very nicely written. Okay, it's a remake, so I don't know how much of the dialogue is original or they were given the basic outline of the story, but still it's nicely written. It was pretty relatable. Is it the greatest movie on earth? No. If you're looking at Twitter, you would think it's the greatest movie ever made, because this just reveals how نحن كلبنانية we are deprived of just competent movies. All we get is Eagle Falcon films تبع Maggie Boursin that are garbage, or we get a Nadine Lebake Oscar nominated film. There's never anything in the middle, and those really good movies are very few and far between. So when you hit Lebanese people with something semi-decent and competent, they don't know how to fucking react. Holy shit, everyone's losing their minds. This movie is fine. It's great. It's a very good movie. I'm not saying that it's just decent or average. To see people talking about it on Twitter, you would think this is Citizen Kane or something. It's not. It's just a very solidly told story. It's very well acted. It's very well directed. It's very entertaining. It's very well done. I don't know all of the actors' names, but I think everyone acquitted themselves really well. The actors, at first, I was like, what? Adil Karam is in this? It's not he's not a horrible actor, but he plays a very specific kind of person. He's perfect in the role because he plays exactly who you would think Adil Karam would play. So that didn't bother me. One of the characters at first, played by Diamant Aboud. At first, I was like, she would never date a guy like Adil. Never. I had a hard time buying that. But again, even as the movie goes on, you just realize, okay, she's just super naive. So that worked for me later. It made sense. Fouad Yamin, who is one of my favorite Lebanese actors. I think he's my favorite Lebanese actor because honestly, he's so natural. He never looks like he's acting. He's really the most natural person, I think, who acts. He was great. I love him in everything that he does. Even if a movie is shit, Fouad Yamin always manages to shine and to stand out and acquit himself. So he was great. The Egyptian actors were really good. It was really well acted. And again, you need a very good director at the helm to get these performances out of people. So Wissam did a very good job. Now, my biggest complaint about the film, to be honest with you, I think it's unrealistic as fuck. And that's Machas the writers. This is I would say the same thing about the Italian version of the film. No fucking adults on this planet are going to agree to play the stupid fucking game of revealing what is on their phones. Spider-Man No Way Home has more of a chance of happening than the events of Perfect Strangers. Don't believe me? Fuck, try to do this with your friends at dinner. See what the fuck happens, okay? Seriously, Avengers Endgame is more likely to happen, I feel, than the events of this movie. And I hated Nadine Lebake's character. I'm like, fuck you. Why are you inviting people over to your house and ruining their fucking lives with your stupid fucking games? And she kept insisting, let's play the game. Why don't you want to play the game? Fucking shit. Shweddik Fina. Leave the people fucking enjoy their dinners, man. Busting out your phone just because you got some weird, fucking shit that you're doing. I hated her. Like, if I were sitting at that table, I'd be like, listen, guys, this was fucking weird. I'm never fucking coming back here in my life. Fuck y'all motherfuckers. Fuck you guys for inviting me to your house and making me play this sick fucking twisted game. How they fix it at the end. The ending kind of makes everything make sense. If that hadn't happened, I would have been like, what the fuck was that? So I'm glad that happened. But again, very enjoyable movie. It was kind of stressing me out at points. I don't like to feel anxiety when I watch movies. It was, but like it was a very well made movie. I'm super happy for everyone involved. What do you think of the movie?
I really liked it. I saw the French version a couple of years ago.
Okay.
I remember it really well. I like this one even better because like you're seeing it be your language. We are seeing these issues اللي عم يحكوا عنها be your language, and well, these things are happening كل يوم.
How similar is it to the French version?
It's the same. نفسه.
Really?
Yeah. بس إنه عاملين like some Lebanese stuff وهيك.
Okay.
بس like the story كل شيء basically the same.
Okay.
That's it. I really liked it.
This made me think of a couple of other things before we get into reading the reviews. It made me think, if this had come out in movie theaters, would it have made as much noise? Would it have gotten as much traction? I'm going to say something controversial. I'm going to say no. I'm thinking one of the main reasons this movie captured the public's attention so much is because it dropped on Netflix. We were all able to watch it at the same time. At home, people are still hesitant to go to the movies because of the pandemic. Movie tickets in Lebanon are now way more expensive than they ever were because of the hyperinflation. So a lot of people can't afford to go to the movies. They also can't afford to subscribe to Netflix anymore. But anyways, I feel like everyone can get their hands on a Netflix account maybe. You can stream it online illegally. Not that I'm encouraging that. Please watch it on Netflix. Encourage Front Row. Encourage my man Eli and let that movie get, more numbers. But like, I really do think the fact that it was on Netflix helped propel the movie to heights that I don't think we would have seen if it came out in the movie theater. And it also makes me wonder, are Lebanese creators going to learn the right or the wrong lessons from this movie? Like, they're like, okay, are we going to get a bunch more remakes now? Like, because this is a remake that did very well, is everyone going to assume that, okay, I guess we need to find another Spanish or Italian movie that we need to remake in Arabic? I have a feeling a lot of people might jump to that and that's the solution. Let's just remake stuff. I don't think I don't think we need to just turn into a country that only makes remakes. I think we have very good storytellers in Lebanon, but you just need to identify them and give them an opportunity to tell stories. But I hope that we don't just end up making remakes, and I hope that people don't try to do controversial stuff for the sake, because this movie was controversial and like got people talking. I hope we don't just get movies made because of that. Like, the town hot sex في كتير تيحكوا الناس على Twitter. Like, that also shouldn't be what we're doing. I think what this movie highlights is that give good writers the opportunity to write scripts, find a good director that can fucking do it, cast it right, just have a good story to tell, and people, I think, will watch it. The fact that they also had this like all-star Avengers cast of Lebanese actors. The only person I think it's missing is Badia Abu Shara. I love Badia Abu Shara. I got to work with him on one episode of Fixer, currently streaming on Shahid, produced by Last Floor Productions. To know